Hi, my name is Gina Steffy with It's Not That Hard to Homeschool, and I wanted to look at WriteStories, particularly Scriptive. So I'm going to do a virtual unboxing since this is a virtual product. I have already signed up, and that's a beautiful process I'll talk about in a minute. But let's just take a second and look about the homeschoolers option dashboard. I'll give you a little overview. I've already set up my account, including the 7-day free trial. I love the feature of being able to pay with Cash App or Apple Pay. A QR code popped up, which I scanned, and it set up my two-factor authorization and confirmed my email. So that makes sure that I get the information I need about my student's progress. I did go ahead and set up my first student. That's why you're seeing this little bubble right here in the corner. I chose this as her avatar. And so now I would like to show you just the dashboard. So this is the library, and you can choose any of the books. These are new. And I'm going to go ahead and choose a book to get started. And I love that there's the variety of sort of the modern looking cartoonish images here, and then the more traditional, and I think as homeschoolers, some of these were just coming. Kate Greenaway, Jesse Wilcox Smith. These are names that are favorited among homeschoolers, so I love seeing these in this library. Let's take some more look here. Just so many good options here to get started with. And these are dialed in based on when I very first chose my child to set up her dashboard. I chose her age. So this was the 10 plus age group. So we'll go ahead and just pick one. You can't go wrong with Jemima Puddle Duck. So we'll click here. And now it brings her up. And you might think you click here under write a story, but that's not where we want to click if we're going to write a story inside of an illustrated book. We're going to come down here where it says start writing and click that button. And then you can see they have these little call horses here. I love listening to that page turn. If you're a book in hand kind of person, you're going to love that. And your kids will love that too. It gives them a great book experience. So inside this write a story, I went ahead and activated the voice activation for my student. So if you have a pre-writer, they could definitely, or someone who struggles with dysgraphia, dyslexia, other writing, and reading special needs, then they could use that as an option. It's also a fun way, I think, the voice, just to have the kids be able to talk their story out. And you can always go back and work on grammar and writing mechanics and those sorts of things. But I'm going to go ahead and type in this box just so that you can see how it works. So we'll start with once upon a time, there were a group of ducks. Now, if I were doing this in my homeschool, we might actually stop and find out what you call a group of ducks, because I don't know off the top of my head. But at this point, I just want you to see that you write in there. And you click the pencil, you can change the formatting. You can drag the copy anywhere you like on the page. I just kind of like it up here at the top anyway. And you click on the next one. They enjoyed living in a barnyard. Okay. So when you click to the next page down here, you'll see it is, again, these are still at the top. You can move these wherever you like. You can go back, and you have not lost any of the writing that you've done. If you want to undo it or redo it, you have that option. It tells you the number of words the student used. So those are great little mini goals. Try to write 20 words on this page, or whatever is appropriate for the student. I can expand the header here to see what my other options are. And then I can choose to save the book right here. It tells me I'm 7% of the way through the book and how many total words I've written. These are great ways to set many writing goals for your students. Total number of words, words per page, so much of a percentage through the book. And it's just really fun. I love the little abracadabra up there. So now we're going to save our book. And so our progress has been saved. So if I click out of full screen, let's go over here to my stories. You can see here's an assignment right here. And here's the book we were working on. So the child will be able to see all of the books assigned to them. I'm going to demonstrate how you can switch between the parent dashboard and the student dashboard without signing in and out, which I think is great. So you click here on the icon, and I'm going to choose to return to parent. It's going to ask me to input my birth year. And it's authorized. So again, keeping those things separate. And you can see I'm back on the parent dashboard. Just tells you all about my user profile and all of those things, my children, and how she's coming along. Again, your student will be able to see all of the assignments assigned to them and the recent stories that they've been working on. After, if they really love a story they've made, they can favorite that story and it will live down here as well. You can organize the story, you can organize the work based on maybe fiction, nonfiction. You could organize it based on themes or holidays. You have a lot of options here. And as a homeschool parent, I love that because I love folders. Okay, it will show you what's been completed, and we've not completed any books there, so we're not seeing anything. And then it'll show us what's in progress. Let's just look up here at the badges for a second. I love a little competition in reading. I don't know if you want to call it that, but little rewards baked in really do work. And this is a fun thing that kids will enjoy doing. So as they move through the progress of reading and writing, they complete 5 books and they unlock a badge, complete 10, etc., 15. Here they can complete 65. And if they receive 100, they get the big trophy there. It also takes them through the little map, and it gives them a little encouraging message, which for younger children, you might have to read to them, and their map may look different if they're younger. Let's go back to the library for a second, and let's just look at this library. You can change how many books to view at a time. I'm going to keep it on 25. But just so many really quality books. That's one thing you don't have to worry about. I really love that aspect of that. New arrivals will be up here. And let's just say they want to just write a story. You can click write a story, and then you can pick your book to start writing your story. So if that's where you want them to start, that's a great one to do. I think a fun thing for this one is everyone knows this story so well. So having your child reimagine It Was the Night Before Christmas would be a really fun thing to do with this book. So that's an overview of the inside. So many good things here. And I want to talk for a minute just about, let me find my thing. Why homeschoolers would love WriteStories. So for reluctant writers, using illustrations, it really does transform struggling writers into skillful and creative communicators, because they're just vocalizing the description, the story they have in their head without the impediment of pen and pencil, which is a true impediment for a lot of children, especially young writers. If you have someone who's an advanced writer and a budding author, when we talked about reimagining stories, that's where this would come in. I love the self-paced learning. The parent does the assignment. They can review the interactive dashboard. Children really spend quality time online reading and writing, and that just fosters a love of learning. And then the whole experience has been very safety conscious, from confirming my email to the double opt-in to how to cancel before the 7-day trial is out, though I don't think you will. And the books on the platform, again, that library of books just vetted by a team of experts to make sure they are appropriate for our kids. So no more guessing on Kindle with your ebooks. No more looking at ebooks and pulling out pen and pencil. With WriteStories, you really have the best of both worlds. I hope you've enjoyed this unboxing, and I will see you on Not That Hard to Homeschool. This is Gina Steffy.